Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome to the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Now, new playthrough of course on the channel here since I finished the Cursed Forest recently, and Phil, bless his little cotton socks, he'd been talking to me, he's been like, "Oh Red, when are you going to play the Vanishing of Ethan Carter and all that?" Because let's be honest, he has been recommending it to me for some time, and truth be told, Phil has often recommended some really good games for me to play on the channel. He once recommended I do What Remains of Edith Finch, and that was a fun game when I played that on the channel. Gone Home, he also once recommended, and I did that, and that was also pretty awesome. So yeah, Phil tends to, I find, recommend these kind of games, which are more sort of, I know some people call them walking sims, quote unquote, but sometimes people use the term walking sim quite disparagingly, when actually what they really mean is a slow-paced, nice sedate, slow burner narrative game with beautiful visuals and atmosphere and an interesting story unfolding. And you know what? I'm always here for that kind of game, ever since I played Dear Esther on the channel and all that years and years ago. So let's do it. Let's actually finally get round to playing a game that Phil has been subtly nudging me to get around to playing for quite some time. Now, I forget what year this came out, but I think it is possibly in the region of 10 years old at this point, this game. Maybe. Am I correct? Am I remembering that correctly? Maybe. Maybe not. So, start new game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to assume there's a character called Ethan Carter, and he's disappeared. He's vanished. And we have to find out what the deal is with him. So, if this is, well, if that main menu screen, I should say, was anything to go by, it looks like the setting is a big sort of outdoors, foresty sort of environment, which I always kind of like, these kind of slow, narrative-driven games when they're set in outdoor environments. Dear Esther, I always remember that quite fondly. I still, I'm wondering, actually, with Dear Esther, because I mentioned, I think, when I was playing the Cursed Forest, that I have the Landmark edition of that, but I don't know what the difference between that and the original version of the game is. So if you have any thoughts on that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Landmark version significantly different to the original? Does it add more content? Anything like that? Then you never know. That might be a game that I decide to play at some point on the channel. Acknowledging I played the original years and years ago, but that's never stopped me from coming back and playing expanded versions of games. Okay, looking at the loading thing down there. Oh, here we are. We're in. This game is a narrative experience that does not hold your hand. Is that a way of saying that I can't expect too many tooltips and tutorials?
Ethan Carter I didn't know, but he knew who I was. When the police won't help you and the priests don't believe you, you call on Paul Prospero. You call on me. If you're a kid like Ethan, you're right. Plenty do. Ethan's letter started out just like any other fan mail, but soon there were mentions of things no little boy should know about. There are places that exist that very few people can see. Ethan could have drawn a map. I hadn't entered Red Creek Valley yet, but already I could feel its darkness reaching out for me. Finding Ethan Carter wasn't going to be as easy as knocking on his door. I was too late for that. To find Ethan, I had to figure out what this place was trying to hide from me.
Okay, Paul Prospero. Oh, are we in? Oh, we are in. Okay. I was about to say, that shot coming out of the tunnel then, that reminds me of a bit of What Remains of Edith Finch. You remember in that one? The story of the dude who, I think, got killed in a train tunnel or something? Oh, here we go. So, I don't know if this is specifically a horror game, or if it has occasional horror overtones to it, but I'm all here for it. Now I've got the graphics set up as high as they'll go. It's nice and smooth, even for a old and oftentimes quite juddery PC like mine. So I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, like I say, since playing the Cursed Forest, I've got really into these kind of outdoors environments where it's very atmospheric. I mean, look at this. Looks gorgeous, even if it is, even if they are graphics that are now several years old and all that. Whoa. Well, that reminds me of things that happened in the Cursed Forest recently. It seems I've gone from one dangerous forest full of traps to another one, apparently. Okay, what is sense? Oh. Trap? What is happening? Okay. I have zoomy eyes, apparently. Paul Prospero is a cyborg. Bzz, bzz, like that. Okay, well, that sense thing is curious then. So I can't move when I'm doing that. So there's lots of skulls and bones in that image there. Okay, what if I touch it? Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, also, yeah, when I stand near that, it makes my vision go wibbly wobbly. Okay, so got to look out for that UI effect then, I guess. So who is Paul Prospero? That's the question. Are we some sort of psychic or something strange? Do we have supernatural powers? Is this where the horror aspect starts to creep in? Should I just be following the railway track? Or is it worth me going? Oh. That is horrifying. Jesus. That's like the kind of punji steak traps they used to get in Vietnam during the war and all that. Yeah. More bones. Okay, so it's just sensing that apparently that's a trap. Alright, so I guess that's all. You just have to hold until eventually the graphic fully shows up. So it is worth me basically going off the beaten track. Yeah, I remember high school history lessons, GCSE, we did the Vietnam War. And of course, we learned all about some of the kind of booby traps that the Viet Cong would set for American soldiers, including punji steak pits, which basically are sort of traps, which, as the name says, have stakes in them. Well, kind of like that, where it would be like a hole in the ground covered up with a few leaves or something to hide it, but it would actually be a hole, and there'd be horrible, like, spiky bamboo spikes in it. So basically, an American soldier would come walking along, put his foot into it. Now, it wouldn't kill him, but basically it would impale his foot, and he'd become trapped. And of course, the danger there is that, you know, there might be a Viet Cong gang of guerrillas or something nearby with rifles or whatever, and so when the American patrol stops to try and help out their trapped comrade, they become a sitting duck to be attacked. So pretty darn nasty, in essence, is what it was, ladies and gentlemen. Are there any more traps around here? But yeah, I remember in high school history seeing diagrams for all kinds of punji steak traps. I thought there was something there then for a moment, including some pretty grisly looking ones where it's like a full on pit that it plummets people into, that kind of thing. So that's another trap. Okay, do I need to find loads of traps? Because it looks like this UI thing, when I hold down the sense icon, is getting bigger and bigger. So if I find another trap, maybe it'll show more and more of this image. Is that what I'm trying to do? Am I forming an image? Okay. So I just need to keep looking for traps, which is not really a nice thing to be doing, but is there something over here? That's a fucking trap right there. That's like one where you step on that side and then it does that. Jesus. So who the heck has set all these up? That is the question. Okay, yeah, the image is definitely getting bigger and bigger each time I find one of these. So it's a land strewn with skulls and bones. There's probably going to be something in the middle of it that I need to find. I see the railway track just comes to an end up here. Right. So I'm finding all these bits and bobs. So it is worth going off the beaten path sometimes, like I say. Is there a bridge up there? Oh, this is all sort of collapsed. Can I go towards the bridge? I know there's a path going off to the left there, but I'll have a look. Yes, it's really reminded me a bit of the Cursed Forest, because this had the same thing with like man traps and punji steak pits and things like that in it. Is there another trap somewhere around here? Paul Prospero, engage your vision. Oh, there's a path down there. Oh god, there is. Well, I'm immediately distracted. I was going to go and look at the bridge, but now I'm over here. Oh, look at this in-game scenery. You know, I've said before how I am a sucker sometimes for in-game scenery. Sound design, obviously, too, but beautiful in-game scenery, even with aged or dated graphics, can just be freaking lovely. Oh, I've just realised there's no jump key because I'm spamming spacebar. It's not doing anything. I do have a sprint. Good to know. I do have a crouch as well. Okay, it's a toggle. So if I just tap it, it goes into crouch mode. Right, I should be looking at where I'm stepping, really, to make sure there's no other traps around here. Okay, so do I want to go down there? Oh, it looks like there's an invisible wall here. Oh yeah, I can't actually go down. Okay, so this is just a edge, okay, that we can technically go up to. Unless there's a secret area somewhere here. A little gap in the invisible wall that I can jump off. No. Okay, apparently not. Alright, so there's nothing really over here by the looks of it. Back towards the railway bridge then, I do think. Let's see what's over there. Okay, for sprint I actually have to hold down the key. But again, I probably shouldn't just run blindly into whatever. What's the deal with the bridge? There's a path down there. I wonder if it loops and joins the other one that we saw on the left back there. But look at this view, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Yikes. Bridge closed. Do not enter. Well, you can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. Ooh.
Red Creek Valley. Seemed like a quiet, ordinary place.
Don't like that creaking.
I've learned two things in my life. No place is truly quiet, and nowhere is really ordinary. You
Okay.
warned me about that.
Paul
Warned
Prospero.
me not to be fooled by what I saw here. He didn't need to worry. I'd worked dozens of cases, hundreds. This would be my last one.
So what are you, Paul Prospero? Like I say, are you some sort of supernatural detective? Is that what you are? And he said, I didn't know Ethan, but he knew me. Oh. Looks like there's a train or something all the way up there. Am I meant to be going this way? Is this actually the way on? It feels like it could be. Hang on. I just want to... I don't know. Because there's a problem, you know, playing this blind. I see paths that go off seemingly to the sides, and I'm thinking, oh, which way is the correct way forward? So kind of like, I don't want to like potentially miss anything, that's all. Though I have a feeling that obviously, you know, playing blind, there is always the possibility that I may end up missing something. But good God, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just a beautiful thing? Ladies and gentlemen. Whereas, hang on, there's got to be something else around here that I am to find. Traps? Traps? Is there a deadfall trap anywhere? That's the man trap. Okay, we've just sort of looped back to that. Maybe not. Alright, well there's that path that goes down there. It just loops around, so it looks like we have to go across the train bridge. See, I'm planning on just this evening having a big recording session of this. Just going to record a ton of it. And then, I don't know, split it into a couple of episodes, something like that. You know what? I'm already liking the signs of what I see here. Phil, I'm glad you recommended this. I mean, I'm still early days. When I feel like that potentially is going to collapse, well, I'm definitely going to walk on it. Why the hell not? Yeah, I would not want to walk across a bridge like this for £1 million. Thank you very much. God, so pretty looking. Again, you will hear me probably ranting and raving about the in-game scenery quite often. Oh, I recognise that sound effect. Metal creaking.wav. No, I don't actually know if that's what it's called. But you hear similar sound effects to that in all sorts of games. RTCW, for a start. I've heard that sound in there, among other ones. It's probably just, you know, a Foley stock sound effect and all that. What's the deal with the train up here? Locomotive, shunter, whatever it is. Doth you be a trap? Has someone rigged a trap up on you? Like a rail tug or something? Oh, I can enter. Is there a reason I'd want to do that? Oh! Wait, I can... No. No. I was going to say, there's no way you can fucking drive this thing, right? This thing looks like it's seen way better days. The track's not even complete up there. Well, I can play trains, ladies and gentlemen. Not that that really does me any good. Just imagine the train is moving. Right. Strange little thing. With his little flat car behind it. Timber. Okay, there's a road, or we can keep following the railway tracks. Is this just blocked over here? Is the road overgrown? There's plants. Okay, well the whole place has collapsed. I get it. So this is a road that has not been travelled in a very, very long time. Got it. Sorry, just sipping more tea. This is kind of a narrow gauge railway, this, isn't it? It's not the widest track, unless my perspective just makes it look narrower than it is. So, does the road just sort of follow the railway line? It does. Okay. Are there any further traps? Or are we golden? Golden for the moment. So yeah, I genuinely know nothing really about the story of this game. What it actually is. Ah, inspect. Cut ties. Untied, tied. Oh. I get it. Was someone tied to the railway tracks here? Was someone placed here for them to die when a train came up? Because if you think about it, trains can't stop very fast. So, oh boy. Yeah, the answer is someone was placed on the tracks. Okay, so maybe there is a horror vibe to this one, or at least something fairly grisly. There's a bridge or a dam or something going on over there. Okay. Rest of the corpse. Blood trail. Victim dragged away, crawled away. Severed legs. Ugh. You know, little story about, well, family story, I should say. My parents, you know, like a lot of people, are into sort of genealogy and finding out interesting stories about ancestors and people. Oh god, well, here's the remainder of the body. People who, you know, distant relatives many, many years ago. Blood from legs, blood from. Fractured skull. Cause of death, blood loss, head trauma. Touch. Ugh. Oh boy. Well, who the frick are you? How long do I have to hold this for? Not yet. Death scene, disturbed by third party, eroded by time. Is there anything else to be said there, or? I guess not. Strange. It's an interesting mechanic, though. Oh, do I have to, like, maybe look at it from different angles? Perhaps, do you think? What if I crouch and look at it from this angle? Or maybe it's just, you know, once you've looked at it, it tells you everything really that you need to know. Maybe. Now, the story I was saying, you know, basically was that my old folks discovered that quite far back in our family tree, and by quite far back I mean back in the 19th century, Victorian era, we apparently had a relative who died after being hit by a train. The story goes, well, apparently there was actually newspaper clippings and things that they found of it, but story is that a male relative way back in the 19th century apparently used to have a habit. He would work in one town, and then to get home, because he lived in another town, he would basically go and walk beside the railway line that went through the local area, and there would always be a certain steam freight train that would pull through at a certain time, apparently on this branch line. And basically, because it's a steam train on a local branch line, it wouldn't be going very fast. And so basically what he would literally do is he would hop onto the train as it was moving. Well, of course, as you can imagine where this story's going, basically one day, apparently he miscalculated his jump, and he kind of got his legs crushed under the train. And yeah, that pretty much killed him. But I believe it did not immediately kill him, because the newspaper article that apparently they found from the local area detailing the accident made out that he didn't actually die immediately. So yeah, he had a pretty bad end. But yeah, just seeing that up there made me think of that. What have we got here? Rock, 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 divot. Fresh dirt. Rock? Rock, 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 rock? Question mark? I don't know. Is it or isn't it? Well, he's saying fresh divot, so... we're saying something was placed there? There's a lot of rocks floating around on the screen. Oh, there we go. They stopped. No, I was just going to do it again, is it? Okay, it looks like there was a path off over here, but it looks like there was also one back there towards the lake edge. That could be the way on. Hang on. I'm just going to double back over here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see if this is actually a path down to the lake, and if so, is this just side stuff over here? Because it might be, you never know. And there's the corpse. Yeah, this has surely just got to be side stuff over here, hasn't it? So did I miss a trap back there? I don't know. Or was it just the four of them? God, I thought it was just something crawling on the rocks then. Wasn't it? It was just the grass. This goes all the way down here. There's a structure over there. Is that a train station or something? Yes, but the story I was telling you about, this relative, obviously this was 19th century, so this was way, way back. This was when branch lines were still a thing in many parts of the UK, i.e. small local railways that ran to little villages and things like that. And a lot of those branch lines, of course, eventually would get, well, they would get closed down in the 1960s. The beaching reforms and all that, which kind of reformed the British railways. Because the thing is, there were lots of little, you know, village railway stations and things like that that were becoming very unprofitable by the 60s. And of course that was not an entirely popular decision back in the day, but it was a decision that was taken. So is there anything actually down on this little lakeside shore down here? Anything at all? Oh, can I go across the rocks? No, it's an invisible wall. Dang it. It's cool though. It's reminding me of childhood trips up to the Lake District, where we'd find somewhere where you can go down to one of the lake's edge and just potter about. Sorry, sipping tea and letting you admire the scenery whilst I do. Okay, so I don't see anything down here. Unless I've missed it. I have to look more closely. Suspicious pile of rocks. No. Okay. Up here we go then. I have a feeling with all the scenery that a good substantive part of this playthrough is just going to be me standing around ogling at things around me. It looks so pretty. Oh, wait a minute. This goes over here. Well, actually, this could be the way on then. Unless if I was to go into the forest over here, does it sort of loop up back around to where I was? The answer is possibly, right? Yes, it looks like it does. Okay, so it's giving me sort of the illusion that there are multiple paths, but actually in practice there might not be too many of them. I'm waiting for more traps. Bungee stakes, whatever you got. What's going on up here? It's all just looped together. Why is the music slightly ominous? Oh god, where does this go? Holy fuck. This is more open than I was actually anticipating it would be. Holy shit, there could be all sorts of things hidden around here, couldn't there? That's the thing. I gotta look hard. Where does this come out? Is this just a viewing edge? Ah. Again, this is reminding me of so many fucking childhood trips to the Lake District, walking up the fells with my family, getting these fantastically beautiful moments where you look out across the scenery I mean, one of the more recent ones actually I did do with my old folks when I was visiting them back up north not too long ago, during the summer. Wait, was it during the summer? Actually, it may have been during last Easter. We went up Easdale Tarn in the Lake District, Sour Milk Gill. It was pretty good. Quite enjoyed it. Well worth, you know, a trip if you're ever in the Lake District, that part of the country. It's not a, you know, difficult walk or anything like that. Basically, you're going up towards what is called Sour Milk Gill, which is a natural waterfall. And when I say waterfall, not like a massive thing, just a, you know, thin sort of trickle of a waterfall going down the side of the fell. And then once you get to the top of it, you get to the Easdale Tarn itself, which is basically a lake up in the hills. You can sort of go across the stepping stones and then down the other side. It's pretty good. Alright, well, kind of want to go and have a look at this railway track then, since it apparently continues on. But I kind of want to also investigate these woods, because I feel like there might be something hidden out here. Sprinting probably will help me get around a lot quicker. But then again, do you want to sprint? That's the question. Or do you just want to take your time? You creaking of the trees. That is ominous. Oh my goodness, there's so much to look at here. I mean, none of this is interactable in any way, but God, it's pretty. Which is why I want to look at it. Yours. Oh. I thought that was something then, but it's not. It's just a branch. We're just jumping at little things. He's like, is there something? Is there something significant that I can look at? Over here then. Let's go back towards the... wait, where were those rail cars that I saw? There they are. They're over there. Whoa. Jesus, I could have run straight into another punji punji stake trap then if I wasn't careful. Right, well here's the railway line. What's the deal with the cars? Freight wagons. Is that something I can look at there? No. Is there any blood on these wheels? I don't see any. You know, thinking about that corpse though that we saw before, some of that blood was sort of a dark red, so I'm assuming not someone who died recently, but definitely not someone who died too long ago either, especially considering that much of that body was in, I mean obviously minus the legs, it was in reasonably decent condition, meaning whoever that is, they died not too long ago, I'm guessing. So did they have their legs tied to the railway track? So as the train came up it severed them? I wonder if that's what happened. Now what's the deal with this little station platform? It's a lovely looking little station platform. It's a sort of station that they would have had in all UK branch lines. 7:05. So is that 7 in the evening or 7 in the morning? I'm assuming that clock is frozen at that time, but it looks like we just follow the railway track on then. Which is okay, we can do that. Well, the path goes alongside it, doesn't it? Choo choo, motherfuckers. It's right by the edge of that. So I know the path is there, but... Okay, did we just hit a loading zone? Because the game... oh, Jesus. I'm going to assume something just loaded in. Did something just load in? Oh. A couple of little frame rate stutters. Something must be loading. Oh God, don't go down there. Hello, is that a water tower or something? For the railway? Who knows? Well, I guess we're going to investigate, or is it like an electrical substation? Yeah, Lecky substation, that's what this is.
No trains have been through here for a long time. That was part of a pattern. Large pieces of this country were thrown away, doomed to become, and then remain, the worst versions of themselves. Beneath all that rot, dark things grow.
Something over here? Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, God. Is that just dark rock? Oh, yeah, it is. I thought it was like a cave entrance then at first. I was like, huh? What is this, the forest? We're going to descend into the darkness where there's cannibal mutants and God knows what else. Armsies and legsies. And big oversized baby monsters. Ah. Hello, hello. Well, this is an interesting sight. Oh. What if this is actually more like a reservoir? I don't know. I mean, he said it's Red Creek Valley, so maybe it's more of like a river or lake, but... Oh god. I was worried then that I could jump down. But no, fortunately not. Okay, well maybe we're going to cross that in a second. This dam or whatever it is. So what else is around here that maybe I need to sense? Is there anything in the woods? Or do I just want to follow the path and the track? Okay. There's a little stutter then as something loaded. Oh. I know. Thought for a second there was a waterfall then. No, no, no. Don't be silly, Red. It's not that at all, is it now? He says. Right, what's this building over here then? Another outstation for the railway or for the dam or whatever it is over here. Damn! There's a big dam. You can say anything about this, Paul Prospero? No? Okay. Don't then. Don't then, you wee bastard. Okay, I think we're definitely going over there by the looks of it. I can just keep following the old railway track. But I bet it gets blocked off somewhere up here, doesn't it? Choo-choo! Paul Prospero coming through. Here's the 18, sorry. Oh, it is a dam. Oh. Okay. There is some sort of big building down there. What is that, like a hotel or some kind of old power station or something? I mean, it's not really, it doesn't really look like a power station, but you never know. It might be like a really old 19th century power station or something. Ah, well, what a view. So it is a dam, right. Well, we'll probably go across there in a second. They probably just let you come over here so you can get a good view of it. Of the area that you're about to go to and all that. Right, is this where the track basically ends up here? Yes it is. Damn all these landslides. Blocking our railway tracks. You know what that is? You know, putting rocks like that. That's the universal video game way of just blocking off areas that the game doesn't want you to go to in any game where you're basically in an outdoor environment. Just stick rocks there. Video game design, ladies and gentlemen, 101. Right, let's cross the dam and see what the damn deal is. Huh. Yeah, so I guess this here maybe is like an overflow for if the lake starts filling up. And there's the bridge we just came from, back over there. Cool. We've actually travelled a fair way, haven't we? That was the bridge, right? That we came across before? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So I think the beach that we went down was down there a moment ago, but yeah. Yeah, so what is the big building down there? Because it could be, I don't know, like I say, like an old 19th century pumping station or coal-fired power station factory water wheel powered thing or whatever. But obviously, you know, as with many buildings in the modern era, it then gets taken over and it gets turned into a swanky, genteel, you know, country club and retreat with outdoor croquet or whatever. Oh. What a view, though. God, they definitely put a lot of effort into these graphics. Pretty awesome. You know, I was actually, sorry, this is a really random digression, but speaking of dams, I was scrolling about through Twitter earlier today, after I just shared today's bonus episode, which was an SCP video me and Phil did. And funny enough, as I was scrolling down through Twitter, it was like a post someone had left. You know the scene at the start of that Pierce Brosnan Bond film, GoldenEye, where Bond, well, played by obviously a stunt double, bungee jumps off the top of the dam in Russia, and he bungee jumps all the way down. Apparently, according to this clip that I saw on Twitter, it was actually filmed at a dam in Switzerland. I forget the name of it though, something beginning with V. Oh god. Gas from my tea coming up my throat. Is that like a section where it's been quarried out? Interesting. Okay. I mean, it looks very much like this was all once a quarry. So maybe that's what that building once was. Some kind of building for a quarry or something. But like I say, who knows, in the modern era, maybe it became something more gentrified or whatever. I mean, Lord knows, that's often what happens in the UK with a lot of old industrial buildings, you know. I've talked so many times in my So You're Being Hunted series about the town of Clitheroe in East Lancashire, which is a place I always like to go to whenever I go visiting back up north. And I've talked before about how the old 19th century factory up there that got turned into the Bowland Brewery has a whole bar and restaurant in it now. Very gentrified. A great place to go though, you know, just for a meal and all that. Now look at these very gothic North American looking houses. Can we go into them? That's the question. Who knows? Well, it looks like we might be able to go up to this one up here first. Let's have a little look-see. A little shuffle. Hello, hello. Oh, there is an interior. I can see the three-dimensional environment through the windows. So if I go to the front door and knock like a good boy... Oh, well, I don't even need to. Door's already open. Suddenly this feels like Anna Extended Edition. Read. Obviously this game is probably way better than Anna Extended Edition was, but hey. Yeah, text like that. I invoke the boneless one, the one of voids, destroyer of ships, and he who is feared by the winds. Hear me. Great Minister Folklore, I wish to make a pact with you to confound my enemies and protect my possessions. Use the doors of confusion to cloud their judgment. Seal the path with falsity and guile, and permit only those who can discern every true interior to pass. Aglon, Tetragram, Vacheon, Stimulaton, as far as Tetragrammaton, Olioram, Irion, Esition, Existion, Eriona, Onera, Orosim, Mosm, Mesias, Sota, Emmanuel, Sabaoth, Adonai, Te Adoro et Te Invoco. Amen. I'm guessing that's Latin. No idea what it means though. Whoa! What just happened? You want to do that again? Oh, what? I wonder if this is going to be a bit like What Remains of Edith Finch then. You get to certain locations and maybe you unravel certain stories of what may or may not have gone down in certain places. I need to turn the volume up a bit. I think I might do actually, of just the in-game sound. Hold on. Sound effects volume. God, it's on 40. What's it doing on 40? Now 68. Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. You can probably hear it a lot better now. Probably way better for your immersion, ladies and gentlemen. Right, well, we'll get to the... oh, there's two. I'm going to say we'll get to the shiny door in a second. But first, let us look around. Hi guys, it's me, Red. I'm the king of the world. Right, what a view though, down over the dam. I feel like probably though, you know, it will get very noisy when the water level's quite high, and the pressure means it's coming out very fast down there. But sure. Right, I guess I can just go through either of these, can I? Or let's have a look. Oh. Okay. I nearly called him Paul Prospero. Paul Prospero. You have something interesting going on, don't you? Strange powers. Gonna go over here. Books. What's upstairs? More shiny doors. I sort of need to go through these. I guess so, but it goes even higher. Well, maybe we should start, I don't know, down here perhaps. So what's the deal? I don't like the fact that that was red. Let's stick to a rule. What about the right-hand rule? If I go through this one. Ah, wait. Oh, hold on. Ah, okay. Sort of like removing sections as I go along, isn't it? Removing doors, rather. Unlocking sections of the house or whatever. Okay. What's up here, then? Yeah. Me no likey. Oh, that's back through there. Okay. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, it stopped. Okay. Wait, what was that all about then? Did I do that right? Feel like I didn't, but... So what does that do for me? It just unlocks more of the house? Is there something hidden around here that I'm supposed to be finding other than that letter? Or was that it? Okay, that was strange. What does it mean? I don't know. I'm going to guess we've done what we need to do here unless something changed with this letter. Did it? No, that's the same. Someone invoking some kind of weird god or something. Oh, you did it again? Oh. Ah, this activates the portals. So there must be something I need to find here. And I need to figure out where it is. What if I take the left-hand rule? Aha! Okay, this is different. There must be something here that I need to find. But maybe I can only go through those portals so many times before it resets. So... I have to find whatever it is, clearly. Right, well, let's go upstairs then. Through left again. Oh. Okay. Aha. No, that's that. That's also that. Oh, God dang it. I don't think I did it right. Okay, hold on. Re-trigger. Maybe I just need to keep going upstairs. Maybe that's it. Hold on. How high up does this go? So there's an attic up here, with a way through up there. There must be something in here that it's telling me to find. And I need to figure out what exactly it is. What if I go through here? That is different. Okay, cool, cool. Am I getting closer? Good. Feel like I'm getting somewhere. Nothing with the wardrobe. Oh, son of a bitch, that's not. But again, is this doing something? I don't... What am I looking for here? I don't know. I don't get it. I feel like there's got to be a puzzle here. Hang on, am I missing something from on here? Use the doors of confusion to cloud their judgment. Seal the path with frosting and guard. Permit only those who can discern every true interior to pass. There's a puzzle here. It's using some weird magic to try and confuse me. Every true interior. So what does that mean? That I just have to find the true path? But how do I know which is the true path? Is it telling me... Hang on, if I go upstairs again and go through the one up here... Is that better? Let's have a look. Do I need to find rooms with furnishings in them? Oh, that's got furnishings in it, but doesn't feel right. Swap. Oh. What? What? I was not paying any attention to the fact that apparently I can swap. Aha. Is that what I need to do? I need to be swapping portals. Is that it? Oh, son of a gun. That's what I've not been doing. Here, maybe? This is different, right? Oh, I can't swap. Oh, what does it mean? What am I not doing? I need to figure this out. Hang on. Hold it. So... Right, I can't swap that. So I need to evidently step through, don't I? In order to activate the swapping ability. So they both... Hang on. So that one goes through to the staircase. This one down here also goes through to the staircase. That's the starting point, right? That's what that's telling me. So that one goes... Aha! We've been in there. I feel like this looks better. Oh, really? Can't interact with anything? Oh. Dang it. Well, there's a big chair, at least. Place has seen better days. It's a fixer-upper. Oh, this is this attic up here. Hang on. So I go down. Do I need to put the rooms in the right order? Is that what I need to do? It's only giving me 3 options, that one. Oh. Is that right? I don't know. God, do I need to, like, mentally figure out the layout of the house? Oh, it's already reset. I don't think I'm... Oh, what's the puzzle here? I feel like I'm getting it, but not at the same time, if that makes sense. So we go through to the staircase. Right. So that's... I don't know. Now that's the top of the staircase, so that can't be right. Was that in here? Is that what I need to do? Is it genuinely... I need to order the room, so... Right, so that one there can't be right because there's a door going that way. That also can't be right because there's doors everywhere. So that one maybe is correct. Is that what I'm doing? Do I have to reset all the doors first? Right, well this one can't be true here because there's an extra staircase. That could be correct there? Maybe. That can't be. Maybe that is correct there. How about this one? That might be correct, because it's got a door going through over there. And that one goes through there, so yeah, I think that might be right there. Okay. Just got to hope that this one is the correct one. So you get to the attic here, right? And this is not correct there. Wait. No, that's that. That's the mirror. That's correct there. Okay. So... have I done that right? As in... have I set everything to where it's meant to be? I feel like the answer is... maybe? Because this definitely was where the kitchen area sort of was, wasn't it? In there. And there were no doors off from that. And obviously this is the sort of thinner side. Oh. Wait. No, I've just come from the kitchen. Shoot. I've not got that right, have I? That can't be that. Or is it this? Oh my god, I've no idea. This is bending my brain. That can't be right, can it? No, that's not. This? Is that right? Oh my god, I've got no idea. Maybe that's right? I don't know. Oh. Ah. Ah, okay, hang on. Maybe every time I get one right, it locks in. Is that what it's doing? I think it is. Okay, so I just got to get the rooms in the right places. Right, okay, because that side looks like it's done. So, this over here also looks like it's done. Because the door's still shut. So, haha, yeah. I'm figuring it out. Is that always like that? Oh god, I don't know. What about this one? Shit! Oh, fuck off, that wasn't right. Okay. God dang it. Do I have to do it all again? Son of a bitch, I do, don't I? Ah, that sucks. Right, well, go through. Right, let's figure this out. So, that's not right. That's correct there. There you go. White flash. That one's done. Right, well, some of these we do know. That... Can't remember. I don't think that's correct, is it? No. Yes? Maybe? Shit! That wasn't right. Or was it? Was it right? No. No, it wasn't, because it's literally just fucked me over. Right, get me back to the start. I fucked it. Shoot. Right, I'm getting this, I'm starting to figure it out. Took me a while, but I'm getting there. Right, so that one's correct. So we can immediately remove that. I think maybe start with the obvious ones. If we go towards the top of the house, to that one that's up here, I might actually be able to just remove this one immediately. There. Yeah, because that's definitely right on there. Okay, so top floor. Done. Don't need to worry about that one. Okay, so this one is... no, that's the top of the staircase. That can't be right. That can't be right. So those are only three options. That's got to be right there. Yes. Okay, good. So, the question now is... that can't be right, because that's going off over there, even though that's an exterior wall. That could be right. That one can't be right, because the staircase is at the end, so it's got to be this one, right? Yes. Yes. So, out here. Not right. Not right. It's got to be that one. There. Okay, so that's all that side of the middle floor. Now this here. This is the tricksy one. What options have we got? Right, can't be that because the staircase is there. I don't think it would be that one. So is it this one? No, that's top of the staircase there. So it has to be this one then, right? Yes. Okay, good. It could be that, but I'm not sure. Is that also just a... some of these are tricksy. I don't think it's going to be that, is it? Because, yeah, that's like an exterior wall. That goes too far. I don't think it's that. I feel like it could be this one, but I'm not 100% certain. Oh, if I get this wrong, it's going to fuck up. So it's not that. I don't think it's that. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, and that goes back around over here. Okay. Good. So I'm going to guess it's this one here. Yes, it is. Fantastic. Alright. So that is the entirety of the middle floor. Now, we just need to figure out this here. So... don't think it's that. That, it's definitely not that. We just had that above. Is it that? Or is it that? Because that's all collapsed in over there. Oh god. Let me just take this carefully so that doesn't match that. I'm just seeing, is there anything here that matches anywhere we've already been? Because then we can sort of do it by process of elimination. It could be that, but I'm not sure. It's not that. Nor is it that. No. Wait a minute. Wait. Here. Yeah. Okay. And this is just the attic with this up here. I swear to God, if I get this wrong on the very last one, that's going to be very annoying. It really is. Right. I'm going to assume this one. Fuck. It wasn't. Ah! Shit. Well, does it give me another chance? Right, so not that one. Not that one, so it's got to be this one. Right, okay, we're still in. That appears to connect back through there, so I don't think it's that. God, you can barely see anything. Well, it's not that. And I don't think it's that. So it might be that. And that's the staircase. It can't be that. And it can't be that, so it's got to be this. Yes. Yes. Okay. Ah! Well, would you look at that? I solved the puzzle. It only took me about bloody half an hour or whatever. Well, probably not that, but I got there eventually. Okay, cool. So someone's got a big chemistry setup going on in here. And, what I'm assuming is a real head. Who's been working away? Ugh. Look at you freaking weird fetus monster. Jesus. Someone's been at it in here. Someone's obsessed with the occult, clearly. Okay, read. Let's get the text. A magician once lived inside an old house and made potions that let him see the future. People from the village came to the magician's house and demanded he share his potions with them. We want to see the future too, they told him. But the magician said no. The people from the village grew angry and burned the magician's house. But the magician knew this would happen. He had already cast a spell on his potion room. The house burned, but the room did not. The people from the valley waited, but the magician never came out. Okay.
Why are you standing there? You spying?
No.
No, huh? What the hell's wrong with you exactly?
Nothing.
You need to stop leaving your stupid stories around. They're freaking everyone out.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Well, there's a couple of things to read in here. Okay. Oh, behind the veil. Discover the magic behind the potions. So is that... Yeah, that's just what we got there. Ah, I wonder if this is going to be a bit like Layers of Fear then. Have we just found sort of like a hub room, maybe? Where we're going to find stuff? Ah. Blaze reveals moonshine operation by Daniel Josephson. Bayfield County. Ashland Township volunteer firefighters discovered an apparent moonshine still while battling a blaze in the woods off Old Ogden Road. According to authorities, the still comprised a propane stove and 4-gallon stainless steel pot, which was used to hold the whiskey mash. Based on the size of the still, Bayfield County Sheriff Hank Schafel believes it may be part of a small operation, though he admitted there could be other stills in the county. Officers on the scene recovered a half-gallon of apple pie moonshine and 1 gallon of unflavoured moonshine. Apple cider and cinnamon sticks were found adjacent to the still. The police have been unable to determine who owns the still. Sheriff Schafel said a cigarette butt tossed at the scene likely caused the fire. Okay. So the story of the magician is just a story left by Ethan Carter? Not actually something that happened? Okay. Well, I'm here then, back in this house. How very peculiar. Okay, I wonder if this is going to be kind of like a hub then. Because you remember obviously in Layers of Fear, you had a room in the mansion that specifically was a hub, where the artist had his big easel, and you return there after every chapter. And of course, as you would return there after each chapter, lots of documents, oh god, my voice just broke then, Jesus, lots of documents and other things that you find throughout the mansion would then show up in there as a record. I wonder if this might be similar, but having said that, I don't know. I don't know if it's that kind of game, where it has sort of like a hub area, or whether actually it's just more kind of linear overall. Okay, well we figured out the puzzle, which is good. So I suppose we can move on. But given that we just had a save point there, saving scene, and looking at time, I wonder if I might actually wrap up here for this first recording session then, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. We're off to a promising start. I think this is probably going to be a very interesting game, because, you know, I've said before, what is that flashing going on up there? See that? It's coming from behind the tree. What was that? Was that just a weird lighting thing, or... don't know, weird. That distracted me completely from my train of thought. No, I was saying that obviously, you know, I've played a few of these kind of slow burner, narrative-driven story games before, and, you know, I do enjoy playing those kind of games from time to time, so I'm kind of looking forward to this, especially if it does have a bit of a spookier vibe to it, as some of the things we've encountered so far possibly suggest might be the case, what with all the weird traps in the woods, and then what we unfolded with, what we found rather with this house and all that. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes. In that case, other than that, we'll wrap up here. So my usual outro spiel, social media links, propagandist channel link as usual, are down in the video description for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated, and I'll see you for more of this game in due course. Hope you're looking forward to it. Goodbye everybody. I'm not entirely sure. Evil Gandalf poses in hell. That's what that is. Flying things. Flying things. Sorry, I can't do a Gandalf impersonation to save my life. Oh my god! Ah, well, that's, I do have a crouch. Ah, it says that's where the giant moth is. Oh god. This is like the ones that escape the back rooms. They're going to try and kill me. But if I stay... I don't know. Well, he seems to be fine. I know what you want me to do. You want me to go right up to it, don't you? Okay, YOLO. Oh! Never mind. I'm out. Never mind. I'm out of here.